Alright, what's up, guys? It's been about a year. Actually, it's been about a year and a half since I've hated myself enough again to try this game again. And here we are in the Star Citizen. Now, I've played the last day or two
Welcome
just
to the
on a whim.
ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Just on a whim. Alright, and I've played it and I've done a bunch of shit like I normally do. One of the things I like to do is the contracts. There's a whole bunch of contracts. There's mercenary, bounty hunter, delivery, priority. Let's see them here. And it's been that way for a long time. Like everybody knows about contracts. But one of the things, and this is going back years that they've had major issues with is basically getting these contracts to work. Now, for example, the mercenary tab here, this is probably the most used mercenary category or contract category that people use. It's just sort of like lots of different ways to just go do something like combat oriented, mostly on foot, but not necessarily all on foot stuff, especially now with more instant editions, the kinds of contracts that can be used mercenary tab, like for example, there's these combat guns and interspace missions. So like this category, this mercenary category, it's not like it's some weird new thing that they don't have a lot of data on how they run and whatnot, and they're still working out the bugs. They're definitely still working out the bugs, but it's not something at this stage of the game that it should be that riddled with bugs. I mean, we're talking. I don't know how long I've been playing this game. Maybe it's 20. Like, what year are we in right now? Like of this game's development? Like, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to look because I know it's going to make me angry. How long? Over 13 years. Anyway, 13 years. So it's 13 years in development. How much money has it made? Okay. The last time I did a review of this game, like a year and a half ago, or just like a very quick, loose and dirty review, was just more of kind of like the state of the game, kind of like assessment. It was about a year and a half ago, and at that time, I just rewatched my old video, where I basically lost my mind how bad it was here. Again, just a year and a half ago, and at that time, I think it was between 600 and 700 million in revenue. Well, it says over 900 million, but we know it's over a billion. As of late 2025, approaching the 1 billion mark. Okay, so we're looking at 13 years in development, over a billion in revenue. Okay. And what have we to show for that? And this is the thing that I find so infuriating. What we have to show for that is a bunch of ships. There's some new ships. The ships have been fancied up here and there. But with all those ships, what is there to do? You buy the ships so that you can go do stuff, right? And one of the most common things that people do is contracts. Contracts being like just sort of like a formalization of whatever activity that you want to engage in, whether it's PvE or PvP or mining or just on foot combat stuff or in ship combat stuff. Everything you can think of, there's basically contracts for it. And the most sort of like mundane, routine, old types of contracts is the mercenary contracts. And I started playing the last couple of days, like I said, just trying to do some of these. And these contracts have been riddled with problems like since forever. Like as long as I've played the game, it's been hard to get any of these to actually work. So, like for example, you take one of the most mundane ones. Let's see if I can find it here quickly. I went to one of these. Nothing spawned in again. Um, I went to a couple other ones that I don't see here too. Ones that are at like eliminated high threat bounty or something like that, or high threat, just whatever. And like one of those ones where it takes place in one of those new kind of super big bunker facilities, with all the turrets around, like dozens and dozens of turrets. I tried doing that. Fucking that bugged out. The last enemy didn't spawn. I went to another one and the enemies again didn't spawn at all. Not even a single one. And it was just like, I mean, this is the kind of shit that I was running into a year and a half ago. This is the shit I was running into fucking 4 years ago. This is the shit I've been running into 6 years ago, 8 years ago. Like, right from the beginning. This is all the same fucking bullshit. And here we are, back, 8 years ago or whatever. They only made like, 300 million or whatever. And then every step of the way, they've had money thrown at them. They've had money fucking breaking it in hand over fist. They're over $1 billion in the revenue at this point. That's a retarded amount of money. It's an inconceivable amount of money, and it's like you can't even fucking fix this basic shit to get it. This is the shit the new players are gonna run into. Like, what do you expect people to do? Just fucking buy their ships that cost hundreds of real life dollars and just look at them in the hangar, not being able to actually do anything in the game with them? And every time they try, they get insulted because this basic, just like entry level fucking shit just doesn't even work. It never fucking works. It's unbelievable to me that people let them get away with this, and yet you still have these like white knight fucking morons who are falling over each other to defend the game. And it's obvious why. It's because you've spent tens of thousands of dollars on it, or maybe just thousands of dollars, which is still like, you need your head examined to have spent that kind of money on this game with the slop that they put out to justify. Like, I've just sort of Alt F4'd this game after like running into a bug so many times over the years, and just in the last couple of days, like returning to the game after about a year and a half away. The last 5 times I tried to play it, and yesterday and today, it's just 5 Alt F4s after running into something. And it's like, after running into it, and I'm like, do I really want to, recover from what just happened, and try to do something else maybe, or abandon this contract and pick up another one and see if it'll work. It's like, dude, it's like I could be. Anybody could spend their time in so many better ways than putting themselves through this. It's like, and it would be one thing if it's like, if no one ever put any money into the game, and this, of course we would expect slop like that. But the fact is, they've taken over $1 billion, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. And this is still the situation with the game. It's crazy to me. They let it be this shit after having the nerve to actually accept that kind of money from people. Like, it's got to be criminal. It's got to be criminal on some level. But no, it's not criminal, because they were very careful about how they set it all up, as pledges and not purchases. But we all know what it is. Those pledges are purchases, effectively. And besides that, we should just have some kind of expectation for what it is that we should have put in front of us, based on the amount of money that has been taken to do it. Like, if people take $10, a collective $10 from the community, and then give you dog shit in return, you would be like, yeah, that makes sense. But if they take hundreds and hundreds of millions, over $1 billion, from a community, there should be a fucking $1 billion thing that they're putting in front of you to then share and enjoy. But it's still such fucking, like, show me a game out there, okay, that has cost any amount of money, that has less functionality than this game does. Show me one. Show me a game that has a quest system that the quests don't even spawn in the enemies and you can't complete them. Show me that. And there's no fucking way whatever game that you would even attempt to show will have anywhere even in orders of magnitude relatively close to what this game has got. And it's just such a fucking, and it's I mean, I've already called this a long time ago, when I was looking at the way that they kept putting out ships. I'm like, but they're putting out ships, but the game itself is slop. It's like, you are putting out slop because you're being incentivized by the fucking white knight morons to do so. If you're making money hand over fist, making ships and selling ships, but the game itself is absolutely dog shit, why would you change anything? It would be anti-capitalist to change anything. You're incentivized financially to continue to do the things that make you money. And one of those things is not making the game good. Okay? Because obviously it's still dog shit. It doesn't even work. They can't even get a basic contract system to work. That's like, it does not get more fundamental in a game's design than something like that. That's like trying to play Warcraft and you get a quest from a little dude with a yellow exclamation mark above his head. He says, go kill me 10 pigs over in that field. And you go over in that field and no pigs ever spawn. Like, how the fuck are you even supposed to play the game? And, what they are incentivized to do is to make more and better ships. And you know what? And they've made some great ships. Like, and I'm looking at one right now. But guess what? If I want to have the ship that I really want, which would be the Super Hornet, I can't even buy it in game. Or if I want to have the military grade Hornet, I can't even buy it in game. I have to buy, you basically, unless I want to do a stupid amount of fucking grinding, suffering through bug after bug along the way in the process, wasted my life completely, then the only way I can get it is using real life money. So essentially, the only way you can get it is using real life money, effectively. So let's just say that. And they know that. They know that's what people want, so they're going to lock it behind a paywall. And the worst part about it of all is, like, let's say I actually spent real life money on these ships, which I fucking have not. And nobody ever should put any money into this game. If you just want to see a clown show of a fucking developer in action, just get watching the clown show is worth $45. Absolutely. That's, you'll be laughing, They'll set you back $45, but at least that's all that it is. $45. To really see for yourself, like, how fucking criminally a developer can underdeliver after being paid a ridiculous amount to put something on the table. Oh man, and you know who's a great symbol of all this retardation is that Jared idiot that keeps talking. Like what a propagandist that guy is. What a lying piece of exaggerating and minimizing piece of shit that is. It's just, oh, man, it's truly phenomenal. It's truly, truly phenomenal that this game is so absolute ass, given how much money and time it's had. And I could have said that 4 years ago, and it still would have been accurate. But it's almost doubled its income since then. You know what I mean? Like, it's truly a phenomenal thing. And then on top of that, what's also truly phenomenal and needs to be studied is how fucking dumb so many people are that throw money at this game and defend it. And defend it in all its dog shit glory. It's defended. It's like no wonder there's so many idiots in the world that you're like, oh my god, I can't believe you voted that way. You know, like in politics and whatnot. It's like, how the fuck are you that dumb to have done that? These people are just out there. They actually exist. They're just that dumb, and a lot of them have money in it as well. It's crazy. These people should be allowed to have money. You know, they're not using it like with any kind of intelligence whatsoever, or like any kind of sense of like dignity. Like, how can you consider yourself to have any dignity when you let a company take your money and just completely do garbage with it, and then just basically give them more afterwards? Like, that's what's happening. That's what's happening all the time right now with this game and the players of it. It's just like, you know. And then to compound all that, it's just the missed opportunity of it all. Like, it could be great. It could. It's not even that it could be great. It's that it could be great so fucking easily. So fucking easily. How fucking hard would it be for any developer to just make these contracts work? To make the fucking enemies spawn in. You know, let alone make the enemies, you know, behave in any kind of normal sense, like industry standard way. You could make the enemies just stand there and not even shoot, which actually has been the case in previous iterations. You know, it's been that way for a long time. That's why you have guys like Shroud just like saying shit like, "This is the worst I've ever seen." You know, like it's talking about AI behavior. But I mean, set the AI behavior aside and just get them to spawn so you can fucking do the mission. They can't even do that. They still 1 billion plus 13 years can't even get the fucking missions mobs to spawn. All across the board and all this shit. It's just like you try to do a collection thing, the fucking thing you're supposed to pick up's not there. It's just like the only thing you have any potential to complete is killing other players. Contracts to killing other players. You know, because at least the players in the game is just can't stop them from spawning it, no matter how ass you make it. They might get disconnected though, just randomly because their client crashes and the server crashes. That happens quite a lot. So, I mean, fuck this game. I forget, like every time I play this game, I get to this point that I'm at right now, just totally fed up with it. And it doesn't take long. It takes like maybe a day, 2 days. And I put it down again for over a year, maybe a year and a half, like this most recent time. And that's about how long it takes for the memories memories of how shit the game was, and the emotional memory of like being actually angry and feeling insulted. For that to fade enough, where like I download it again and log in again, and it's like, and I log every time I log into, shit's missing from my shipyard. Ships that should be there are not there. Fucking items are not there. And, you know, they take away from you, and then you have to, like, put it back together again. You're going to go find the modules for the ships that you want. The whole time you're suffering. You're suffering, you're suffering, you're suffering. This game is just suffering. It's just systematic suffering to put you through suffering that, and it makes you pay. And somehow manage to make people pay to suffer and be a joke. Like, players of this game are the biggest jokes, pathetic losers, pathetic idiots that I've ever encountered in any game ever. And that includes GTA 5, by the way. And I'm not even talking the private server GTA. I'm talking like open world GTA 5. Those guys are more winners, have more brain cells than the kind of guys that throw thousands of dollars at this game. The only difference between them is one of those groups uses the network less. That's it. So, there we go. 2026 Star Citizen. Doesn't even work. $1 billion into it. 13 years. This has to be criminal at some point. I don't care what caveats they put in before you spend money on it. It should not matter at a certain point. Fuck this game.